I haven't worked out in months. This is the workout that I'm going to do. You should follow along if you haven't worked out in quite some time and you're over 35 years old. First thing you gotta do, you gotta hydrate. We gotta hydrate the tissue because our tissue doesn't move well when it's not hydrated. So drink some water. All right, first thing, we gotta create space in the spine. So bend the knees, fold over, let the head hang. Take 2 big inhale, exhales here. One more. Then we create some space in the adductors and the lower back. So we lunge over to the side, reach, plant the ground. You can put your hand on your knee or the shin if you can't touch the ground by the foot. Open up, feel the big stretch here. Big breath. Stand it up. Other side, reach it, twist. Look up, inhale and exhale. That's it. Soft knees, rotate it around. Rotate it. Let the chest stretch open. Let your spine crack a little bit. Let your eyes follow the hand. Let the hips sway. Then cross the leg over, stretch the lat and the hip there. Other side. One more on each. Then you gotta stretch the front of the hips open. So foot behind you, make sure it's straight, drive the heel into the ground. Put your hands on the hips, push the hip forward, lean back. Your back might crack, and that's great. And we come back, step it, put the foot in, push the hip forward, big inhale, exhale. Now we add the hands. Get a little bit more reach through the stomach. Other side. Beautiful. All right, then we're gonna start to wake up the nervous system a little bit more, and we do that just by balancing. So start with the knees bent, lift the leg all the way up, push the hip all the way forward, hip extension, come back. Big lift, come back, load the hamstrings. We got 3, 2, and last one. Opposite side. And as you push the foot into the ground, you'll feel your inner thigh and glutes really fire up. You grip in the ground with the foot and your big toe. Last one, connecting the breath into the ground. Let's do one more extra. That's it. Great. Then we build off of that. We're going high plank. We're tilting the shoulders side to side. Try to keep the arms straight. Just tilt and keep the hands over top of the wrists. Just breathe. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That reminds me, let's open the neck up real quick, put the hands behind your back, roll the shoulder blades back, tilt the head side to side. So we're creating space, releasing the tight muscles of the neck, opening up the front of the AC joint. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to where we were. Foot steps up, we stretch into this front hip flexor, we open. Bring it back, step it up, open, inhale, exhale. One more on each. Opposite side. Drop down, bring the knees back, stretch the arms even longer. Then, now we step. I bring the arm back, lift up into the knee, find the balance. Bring it back down, opposite leg, step, arm goes back, lift through the glute and the hamstring, bring it back down. So now we're starting to warm the body up a little bit more. And we're activating all the muscles in the brain to connect together. And you can feel each rep gets a little bit cleaner, focusing on the inside arch of the foot to get nice and tall. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Here we go. All right, warmed up. First thing, we're gonna grab a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band and you're at the gym, you can use 2-arm pulley, like a cable machine. But we got the cable or the resistance at your hip height. We're gonna have a decent amount of weight on there. So I'm gonna step back pretty far. We hip hinge back, knees are bent, butt's back. Lift up, pull it in, palms are up. Stretch, pull, push the hip forward. We're gonna be here for 12 reps. Four, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Then going back onto the ground, we go belly down, knees are off the ground, so I'm pushing through the toes, hands come up. Reach the arms out for the shoulders, press it up. Open it, push. That's it, we got 4 more. I love these hand release push-ups because the muscle of the chest disengages from that deep range of motion. You have to reactivate it to press yourself up. And then third thing, we got a really light weight. So this is 25 pounds. It's at the shoulder. I step forward, load the hamstring, kind of like a big step forward, not really a lunge. So see how the hip's still higher than the knee, and I'm leaning forward, and I alternate. And this is all just about activating the muscles. So the most important thing about your first workout back is stimulating the entire body and getting the blood to circulate through the whole body to really be able to prepare you for a much harder workout the following week or through the following rest of the week. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that's around 3 exercises. We're gonna run through it 3 total times, so we got 2 more. Heart rate's moving, which is the most important thing again. We're getting the control of the body, pushing the hips all the way forward, gripping the ground with our toes, getting our elbows down and back, pulling from the lats, pausing at the top, feeling the core and the glutes and hamstrings and back muscles all connect together. That's it, 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, hit the ground, feet together, stiff legs, lower down. Now this time we open, keep the arms up at 90 degrees, really pull it up, push, push, push. That's it, we got 4 more. We're going to 12. That was hard. All right. Now, got the weight. We're gonna go a little bit deeper in that step. Push back. We wanna really twist over top of the shoulder. Keep the posture tall. And the reason we twist outward to the outside of the leg is to help load the glute more. So this is gonna take a little bit of pressure off of the knee joint and really help us load that muscular system to protect the joints with this position, which is really important as we're strengthening the body to come back. We got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Shake it out. All right, last round. And then we're gonna hydrate. Walk it back, get that resistance going. Hip hinge, straight spine. Drive and pause. That's it, we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Back to the push-up. We tap, feet down, arms are back, lift. This time, we're swimming the arms backwards. 4 more. 4. Knees tight, course tight at 3. Last one. That's it. And then we're gonna hit that lunge. Step, push it. Step, push it. This exercise feels so good. It's not too intense. Feels really good on the joints because you're really loading the muscles of the feet and the hamstring up into the glute. So it doesn't feel jarring on the knees and the lower back like most lunges do. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, that's circuit 1. Let's hydrate for a second. Not bad. Not bad. targets up. Okay, so next thing, we're gonna go into a little bit of a heavier hip hinge, which I'll do forward facing. So I'll have that there. We're gonna grab one of the handles for our row, and then we're gonna we're gonna start with a lighter weight, which may go to a heavier weight in the later rounds, but we'll see. So, exercise 1. Little split foot hip hinge. So when I say split foot, I mean the feet are still shoulder width, but then we have our back toe, so the back leg, that forward toe, the big toe, is gonna be right around the ankle and heel. So that's how much space there is. It's not that much. So when we go into the hip hinge with, say, our left foot is forward, there's gonna be more weight on that left leg. You're gonna feel on that left butt a little bit more. And then the back leg is gonna be challenged to mobilize, not just through the ankle, but also the hip. And then when we go to the other side, it'll look like that, and then we're there, more weight on that, again, the forward leg. So that's number 1. Then right after that, we come to a dumbbell. We split if the weight's in our right hand, we step the opposite leg forward, so we're here. That rear heel is raised to keep the core active, and we press all the way up and control it in. Elbow comes all the way down, arm is in front of the shoulder and chest, and we press from there. Again, we're gonna do both sides. Then third thing, which is really one of my favorites, we got a nice twist. So both, the feet are a little bit wider on this one. Arm is down by the knee. We press up, pivot through that rear foot. The heel raises, core is active. We're not turning all the way back here, reaching forward. So the core stays active in that push. Yeah, that's gonna be the next round. So we're gonna do that 3 times. So we'll start with the hip hinge. We're going to get 6 reps. Let's do 8 reps on the left and 8 reps on the right. So that's gonna be this little round is going to be kind of challenging aerobically because we're off-centered the whole time, right? We're kind of on one leg more than the other, not just on the hinge, but also the press and that resistance band core twist, which is called an Angles power swing. All right, so first we set up the feet. The weight's right in between here, so we're here, chest is up. Roll the shoulder blades back, engage through the lats and drive. Push. We tap down and we push. Tap down, push. 2 more. Last one. That's it. Switch the feet and pull. Now also, if you don't have a kettlebell, you can do this with a regular dumbbell where you just kind of grab like this. I actually love this variation because it brings you to the same height as the kettlebell just about. Yeah, it's pretty close. And it's also centered in your pelvis, which is really good for that initial building of spinal stability and core stability. All right, so the weight's in my right hand. That means you got your left leg forward, arm is tucked in, and we push. And we're breathing. Keeping this arm out to keep the core taut. Last one. And then we bring it in. Switch the feet, arm is out. Press it up. That's it. You can really feel the core get fired up on this one. 2 more. Boom. Then we grab one handle on the resistance. Again, still set up at hip height. Wide feet. Arm pulls us into the leg. Press it over. Try to pause at the top. This is really hard on that back leg. 2 more for 10. That's it. Switch right to the other side. Here, pull. And we breathe. This round is much more challenging aerobically because the sets are so much longer. Then we're back to our weight. I'm actually feeling really great about just showing up for this workout. I've worked out my whole life. And when I'm not in the crush it workout obsessive mode, it makes me not want to work out at all because I know that I can't compare to that. So it feels good to just show up without needing to be crazy and jump around and move fast and be super, super strong, right? It's good to just start and do these things that feel good for your body. All right, I got the left leg forward. Hip hinge down, roll the lats back, get engaged, drive up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch feet, lift. 2 more. That's it, slide it over. Nope, we're going to our overhead press. I'm gonna stay with the same weight again. And we're going up and pressing through. Mainly just because it feels good to just get the motion happening in my shoulder and really focusing on the engagement of that positioning. Two more. That's it, switch feet. Bring it up and out. Keep using it to open up the motion of the shoulder. Feel the muscles of the back of the shoulder all around the lat. Last one. I'm getting a sweat. That means I guess we're working. How exciting. Load in, press, press. Make sure you're pivoting from that rear foot, pressing through the glute, the hamstring, and the adductor. And last one. Other side. and breathe. We got one more round. It's so nice when the weights aren't too heavy and you kind of just go through the motion to wake the body back up, clear the joints out. Feels good, feels really good. All right, left leg is forward, hinge in and lift. That's it. Switch feet, 8 more. Lock it in, butts down and back, and we drive. All right. Now that next weight is 40 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot. Definitely wouldn't have been a lot for me throughout the majority of my life. But right now, it's a jump. I'm gonna go for that jump because it's the 3rd round, last round, and we can push ourselves. Push it. Push. Push. All the way in, all the way up. That's it, switch sides. Same thing, drive. Pressing through that rear foot, keeping the core engaged. 2 more. That's it. Bring it in. Wow, it's kind of wild how sometimes your brain thinks that something's going to be harder than it was just because you haven't interacted with it in quite some time. But usually, the things that you build are readily available. You just got to do them. All right, we hinge, push, push, push. This one's really getting my adductors and hamstrings. 3, 2, last one. Last one, push. Whew, all right. We can hydrate now, thankfully. That's pretty good. Okay, now, last circuit. So that's like pretty much all the compound stuff that we want to get done today. We did some stepping. We did our hinging. We did our rowing, our pulling, pressing. Did our push-ups. So our horizontal push and pull. Did our vertical push. The next thing, or the next little circuit that we're going to do, it's really just going to be about the arms, right? Because we did all that big work to lube the joints up. Now, we're gonna finish with a little pump. Keep the heart rate elevated some more. So that first round, now, we're not gonna just sit in the mirror and do bicep curls because it's boring. I don't need you to just stand up straight more. We're gonna do bicep curls from here So we're braced into the ground using the core the whole time. We're gonna walk it in, hit tricep extensions, 2-arm. And then right after that, we're gonna do a little surprise exercise on the ground. Okay, first, sit it back. We're in the butt, gripping the ground, elbows up. Keep the elbows up at the height of the shoulders. One, last one, right there. Whew, walk it in, hip hinge back, tricep extensions. Keep the elbows locked in by the sides. 6, 5, 4, all the way out. 3, 2, and 1. Then we got that kettlebell that we were doing our hip hinge with, so it should be a decent amount of weight. Our arms are out, overhead. We're here. It's going to be our support. We lift our butt up, control down at 90 degrees. Lift and control down. We got 6 more. Notice how you can see and feel the leg shaking through the core on our way down because we're resisting gravity. 2 more. Last one. Whew, oh no, I'm really sweating. All right, that's gonna be the round. We're gonna run through it 2 more times. Sit it back, bam. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hip hinge in. Four more. 4, 3, 2. Lean it back, grab the bell. You could also use a heavy dumbbell if it's like laying to the side. We lift, control it down. All the way up, control it down. Trying to keep the legs at 90 degrees that whole time. Two more. Those really do get hard. All right, last round. Sit it in, bam, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 2 more, 2 more. Hinge, push. Nice straight back, keep the chest up, keep the shoulders rolled back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last hip lift. Oh, these really got a lot harder. Oh, wow. Okay, where's the water at? Nice work. All right, that was day one. We didn't go too crazy. We started out really slow. And as the body warmed up over time, we started increasing the intensity a little bit because that's how our body's meant to operate. I think day one was a success. I feel really good about it, not just physically, but mentally for sure. I'm gonna actually have a little protein shake right after this, right? Because I want to make sure that I get some good protein in my body. And, you know, that's a great chunk of the day. That's really going to start to shift to how you start taking care of yourself on a regular basis. And it's consistency, baby. All right, I'll see you on day two. Cheers.